Greetings and thank you for your continued generosity and support to the Catholic Services Appeal. This annual appeal is vitally important to our ongoing daily needs in the diocese. As you will see in this video, your gifts provide a foundation on which every parish receives untold benefits, from training our future priests and deacons and working with religious education directors to improving the quality of programs at the parish level, to supporting youth and young adult programs, as well as Catholic charities for those most in need. And so, my sisters and brothers, I invite you once again to join me in fostering the mission of Christ in Central Texas. Christ is our hope today. Christ is the hope for the future of the Church.
Hope means knowing that God is with me in everything I do.
Christ ascended into heaven, and that gives us the hope that we will ascend into heaven.
It means that I believe that the world can be patient with an open heart while God works out His plan.
When I assisted as the deacon of the Word at the priestly ordination this year for Father Daniel and Father Knock and Father Bradford, it was really a beautiful experience for me because 2 weeks before I had been in the same church. I walked in as a third-year theologian, walked out as an ordained deacon of the church.
Deacon Jonathan Rea is one of 5 young men, recent seminarians who will be ordained to the priesthood next year. The Austin Diocese is blessed with 45 seminarians going through discernment and formation right now.
It costs $38,000 a year in the seminary, but they're receiving an excellent professional education, and the formation that they're receiving is helping them to deepen their spiritual life. They're continuing to hone their human relationship skills, and they're learning how to be good, sensitive, compassionate pastors.
We definitely couldn't do it without the financial support of the people of this diocese. People have been so generous through the Catholic Services Appeal, and people who just every time we're in the parish come up and promise their prayers, give us a little bit of financial help. That's always been an incredible experience to me, to see how people just open their hearts and their pocketbooks to support us and to support our journey to the priesthood.
While the formation of new priests is the largest portion of CSA funds, about 40% of the money raised, that is just part of the story. This year, the Catholic Services Appeal also provided support for advanced training for our priests, helping them become more effective and productive in their parishes.
Well, it's a great gift. Every organization needs to provide ongoing training for its personnel. And why should we think that the church is any different? So all of us need to update our skills and become better prepared to lead the people.
Training was held at the Cedar Break Retreat Center. Cedar Break is another program supported by CSA. It's a place to hold diocesan events like this, as well as providing a setting that every parish can use for its own special programs and spiritual retreats.
Everyone comes together and we all share the same faith, and to come together and just share that with each other, it's a really amazing experience.
Wonderful, so wonderful is your unfailing.
Bishop Amon reminds us that the young people are not just the future of our church in Central Texas, they are the present. That's why another large commitment of funds from the Catholic Services Appeal goes to training youth ministers and religious educators who pass those lessons on to the young people in their parishes. And programs like the annual Diocesan Youth Conference helps engage and energize the next generation of Catholic leaders.
It just makes you feel like you're closer to God than you've been in your whole life.
The Catholic Services Appeal has set a goal to raise a minimum of $4.5 million in 2008. An important part of your contribution supports the annual ongoing needs of the diocese, like the John Paul II Home for our retired priests, programs to help Catholic schools educate our children, and campus ministries, teleconference training for religious educators and deacons in the outlying parishes, as well as spiritual life worship and pastoral ministries. Wherever you live in the Catholic community across Central Texas, CSA funds are making an impact in your parish.
We really are grateful, and we need the Catholic Services Appeal and the subsidy from the Diocese of Austin.
Riker Catholic High School is an example of how CSA funds can help meet the needs of parishes north of Austin. Riker attracts students from all over the Northern Deanery.
When you come to a school like this and you see the facilities and you see the people and you meet the people and you become involved, it's a whole nother world, and it really makes you feel good. And Catholic Services Appeal is a good sized part of what makes that happen.
Along with getting exceptional education, students here return to leadership roles in their communities and their parishes.
Our kids leave here and they know that they're taking the charge, they're taking the leadership, and they make a difference in this world. And so those are those very same people who come back and support our parishes, support our schools, and support our communities.
Jesus tells us, "That which you do for the least of our brothers, you do for me." Last year, the Catholic Charities of Central Texas helped 11,000 families throughout the diocese with food and counseling, immigration, and other legal services.
We're experiencing more requests for assistance, not just from the Travis County area where our main office is, but throughout the diocese. Waco, Bryan, Temple. I have to say that the Catholic Services Appeal is critical to helping us meet the needs of residents in Central Texas.
As you can see, God has blessed the Catholic Church in Central Texas with a large number of seminarians and a strong community of religious leaders, all committed to supporting a loving and generous family of 125 parishes. Through the Catholic Services Appeal, we can answer God's call to share those blessings with our sisters and brothers, our children and our parents, everyone in every parish in this wonderful family we call the Diocese of Austin, the Catholic Church of Central Texas.